That was not my intention. All I wanted is an acknowledgement. I don't want the police. I don't care about the criminal justice system. All I want is for the individual to say, I'm sorry that I caused you harm. So in most cases, it's not always about what I say, the antagonizing fight or the dust. Sometimes it's just saying to somebody, especially, for example, around race discrimination, if you hear somebody making reference to your colleague who is a person of color in a derogatory way or in a way that demeans them or demoralizes them or make them feel less of, speak up and say, I am not happy with the way you are making reference to my colleague, my work colleague, regardless of their race or their color or their identity. They are human beings. They have the right to life. If you see somebody who is disabled and living with disability, rather than make assertions of the disability that they have, like, for example, I use UK. We have a normal thing in our London trains to make space or give space to people who have a disability or are pregnant. Whenever I see people sit on chairs when somebody with a disability is coming onto the train or the bus, I usually say to them, do you know where you're sitting? It actually says on there that this seat is reserved for somebody, and it has a picture of them with a walking stick. How easy it is for you to just get up. And it's not a long ride. It's maybe 2 minutes, you'll be at your destination. But let the person with the walking stick sit down. It's there for a reason. Sometimes I get a stare. Sometimes some people look at me and like, oh, wow, well, what does she want? And get up. But I'd always point it out. And I said, you're not going to be delayed or you're not going to hurt yourself. Just get up. What? Enough. I'll give you a punch. I would just say, get up. That seat is marked for a reason. But yeah, if a pregnant woman comes on the train, get up, give them a seat. Sometimes they might say, oh, no, it's fine, which often is the case. But what I don't like is seeing people saying, oh, I'm not going to get up. Just going to sit and wait for the person. And that's not, no. If they don't want it, then by all means, you can still sit or continue sitting. But it's there for a reason. Let's be nice. Let's be kind. And it's the best. It's the best thing to do. So,
well, Alan, this has been such an enlightening and powerful conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, your experience,